Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narasimhan and we are coming to you live from the CNN News 18 Primetime Studio presented by Green Lamb Laminates. Remember what Babur's men did in Ayodhya Kumbh 500 years ago. The same thing happened in Sambhal and the same is happening in Bangladesh. Divisive elements are there already, tearing apart the social fabric, breaking social unity and making full arrangements आपको काटने और कटवाने का. Thus said Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, drawing an analogy between Ayodhya, Sambhal, Babur, Bangladesh, saying it's the same DNA. This big statement made while speaking at the inauguration ceremony of the 43rd Ramayana Mela in Sri Ayodhya. In an apparent jibe at the opposition, he also said that those who indulge in caste-based politics to shatter social fabric are still active, and many of them own properties abroad and they will shoot and scoot. The Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister's remarks come at a time when the neighboring nation of Bangladesh is seeing the worst atrocities against Hindus since Sheikh Hasina's exit on the 5th of August. A Hindu monk has been jailed, his bail has been denied as no lawyer is present to represent him. His entire team of lawyers has been beaten black and blue and left to recover in hospital and ICUs. Meanwhile, tensions in Sambhal brewed after a court ordered a survey of the Mughal era Jama Masjid mosque, which the Hindu side claims was built during Babur's era by raising the Harihar Mandir, was subject to a survey. The situation turned violent during a second survey on the 24th of November as protesters gathered near the Shahi Jama Masjid mosque and clashed with security forces, denying the surveyors a chance to survey despite court orders. So all court orders defied, and this monument or this structure, this masjid, is supposed to be an ASI heritage site, but the ASI is not in control of it. That's what the petitioners claim. Now, the opposition meanwhile has hit out at Yogi Adityanath's remarks, claiming that such comments divide society. But can the UP Chief Minister's remarks be ignored considering a growing threat and of course the rise of radical elements, a lot of them running amok? And could this fuel Hindu missia further, especially with what's happening at our borders?
100 वर्ष पहले बाबर के एक सिपह सालार ने जो काम अयोध्या में किया था, जो काम संभल में किया था, और जो काम आज बांग्लादेश के अंदर हो रहा है, तीनों की प्रकृति, तीनों का डीएनए एक जैसा है. यहां भी बांटने वाले तत्व उनके लिए आपको बांट करके फिर काटने का और कटवाने का पूरा इंतजाम भी कर रहे हैं. ये बांटने वाले लोग, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने दुनिया के तमाम देशों में प्रॉपर्टी खरीद करके रखी हुई है. यहां संकट आएगा वहां भाग जाएंगे, मरने वाले मरते रहेंगे. यही करेंगे लोग.
Joining us, Dr. Anand author, political commentator, also scientist. Sharad Trivedi, spokesperson of the Uttar Pradesh BJP. Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, should be joining us any moment now. And Pradeep Bhati, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Sharad Trivedi ji, Pradeep Bhati ji and Anand Ranganathan ji. Namaste, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Why did Yogi Adityanath make such a statement, Sharad ji?
He's been very consistent about it. The DNA of these people, for whose independence we had lost 2,500 lives and had got about 5,000 people injured, and 53 are still missing. These are the same people who are attacking our own people who are there, and with absolutely no remorse. And the trouble is that the entire secular front is ganged up, that they are not going to utter one word in that matter. And the same people are commenting on what is happening in Gaza, what is happening in Lebanon. Do these people know where Gaza is? Most of the secularists don't even know which side of India is Gaza or Lebanon. But these are the same people who just go absolutely silent. There's pin drop silence from the secular front that they are not going to utter a word in favor of these people. We are just tweeted. Rahul Gandhi tweeted the moment this Gaza incident happened, the moment they went into Lebanon, the entire secular front came out. The left liberal were absolutely in the forefront. What happens when our own people are being killed? Nobody utters a word. This is the problem. The DNA of the secularists as well as the people who are committing these kind of offenses, whether in Bangladesh or in India, the Sambhal are the same people. They were going around with a feeding bottle in one hand and stones in another hand. These masoom bachchas, the same masoom bachchas are operating there. The same masoom people attacked 1,500 Israelis and slaughtered them. And when the Israelis responded, then entire the ecosystem goes into overdrive. That wow, what the absolute calamities happened. What were you expecting?
So you are saying that there is a thought continuum. So the allegation on the opposition and the Samajwadi Party is that you are backing entities, Pramod Bhati, who have a political Islam, radical Islam mindset. Those who believe that by the dint of the sword and by force, they will establish the rule of their faith. That's the DNA that Yogi Adityanath is alluding to. Correct me if I am wrong, Sharad Dwivedi. Is that the DNA that Yogi Adityanath is alluding to?
Exactly.
And are you blaming the Samajwadi Party of backing or appeasing them?
No, the Samajwadi Party is again very consistent about it. When the STF training centers opened in Lucknow, the dharma does not break up, the country does not break up, the Samvidhan ki hatya nahi hoti hai. The moment STF training centers opened in Deoband, the entire the constitution ki hatya ho gayi, Samvidhan ki hatya ho gayi, desh khatam ho gaya. So this ecosystem goes into overdrive and something like that happens. In Sambhal,
so let's distill the argument. The argument is that for your political vote bank and for your political purpose, you are appeasing dangerous entities who are dangerous to the very core of Bharat. Pradeep Bhati.
Thank you, Anand, and good evening to both the Anand and Sharad sir and all your viewers.
Tehseen has also joined us now. Okay. Ji, please continue.
I hope you will give me equal opportunity.
Ji, please.
As given to Mr. Sharad. Mr. Yogi ji said, जो बाबर ने किया वही संभल में हो रहा है. Who is Baba today? And who is ruling today in UP and India? This is evident and also manifested today that his tenure is like Babur and Mughal period. There is nothing wrong. This is right. Nothing wrong in it. We know that divisive and destructive mindset cannot bring Ramraj. They will speak these words. These garbage talks looks good on the street, but not who is holding a position of constitutional position. There is no match of UPCM or RPM when it comes to demeaning the constitutional post they hold with the words they choose. This is the biggest drawback of this country. I may request all the great people of this country to think twice while choosing a person, and especially those who are educated, take the country to the new heights and bring country to the path of development, not of destruction. Upgrade technology, not go to the primitive age. That's 80 crore people of this country, and 14 crore are from Uttar Pradesh, are starving for food. He will, Mr. Sharad and BJP will not talk about it. 100 smart cities supposed to be built in 2022, and half a dozen from was supposed to be in Uttar Pradesh. How many, Mr. Sharad and BJP should answer? 100 cities in 2022. Have you made a single one? And you are talking about all this, all these talks. These are poppycocks. What do you call them? These kind of language, I haven't heard of a person who is or this post. BJP is the greatest admirer, I think so, and disciple of Babur, whom he is remembering, recalling every day and day out. Should the people ask them? Shouldn't people asking about the Achhe Din? Or these kind of filthy words and these languages being used? Shall we talk about the black money in 100 days, where that has gone? Instead of that, it has increased to three times.
Please make your...
These corruptions, the electoral bonds, the note bandi, the unemployment, the inflation, the farmers issue. And just a second.
No, please continue. Anand, I just would like to...
Most important. Just one line and then I'm closing.
Please come.
Just one line. Very important. Mr. Yogi is not talking about the farmer issue today from last 2 days. Farmers were held and sent to jail because of they were protesting for their rights. He will keep mum, and Mr. Sharad will keep mum. They are in jail. And
Okay.
yesterday they were put into jail.
Now, what
This
you're
is
doing, what you're doing, Mr. Pramod,
BJP. And
what
he's
you're
talking
doing,
about
Mr.
everything
Pratibhati.
other than what is
Correct.
happening in Uttar Pradesh.
Now, what happens is, sir, when you point a finger at somebody else, three fingers point back at you. You have talked about everything else other than the subject matter of this debate and this discussion right now. You have not answered the question that I asked you at all. You made lots of allegations at the BJP, but you have not answered the core question that I asked you, Mr. Pradeep Bhatti. The other thing, sir. The other thing, sir.
What is that?
I asked you that the allegation against you.
Please.
See, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
No, please ask me again. Because
The question I asked you, the question I asked you, Mr. Pradeep Bhatti, is simple, straightforward allegation that in trying to appease a vote bank or corner a vote bank, you are fueling radical elements and giving them a free run. You are allowing a political Islam, radical Islam, and Islamist thought that is dangerous to Bharat also. That's the allegation against you. Answer that.
See, I have answered that. The mindset, I have already spoken about the mindset.
It's
These
not
are
what
the issues
what
we
the
should be
BJP
talking
or
about.
Yogi
This
Adityanath's
is
mindset is.
destructive
It's
and
what are you
divisive
doing as
politics.
Samajwadi
And
Party?
that's what I'm saying. Don't put these the phrases which Mr. Modi and Mr. Yogi is using. Don't use that. Talk about the development and
No,
the future of
the
India.
simple
Don't
point
talk
is the
about
allegation
these
is against you because it
Don't
is
ask
you.
my DNA.
When I say
If I
you,
ask DNA,
one minute, Pradeep ji.
your DNA,
Pradeep ji,
that
one
doesn't
minute.
make
When
any
I
sense,
say
Anand.
it is you, it is the Samajwadi Party that stood
I
up in
understand
Parliament. The Samajwadi Party that stood up in Parliament and spoke and raised this matter of Sambhal. At that time, did they gloss over the facts or were they economical with the facts? Why did they not question the actions of their own MP who violated court orders and entered the Jama Masjid when in the presence of both parties the survey was going on peacefully and quietly? This
The
is on
allegation
record on the
is
19th.
wrong.
Okay,
No,
now we are
the
digressing. My
allegation
point
is
is, sir,
wrong. No, Anand, you can't run away.
the
Putting
batting,
an allegation on me and then running away.
the
No,
batting, no, I'm not running away.
No, no,
the
no.
batting
DM
is
of
happening
the-
for one
of the
particular
district
side.
is-
No, you please tell me. You please tell me. You are asking how did they? Who mobilized this group which was armed to the teeth with bricks and stones and swords and spears and guns? Who mobilized them? They did. They can't come out of thin air. Somebody can't snap their finger and then they pull out say 500, 600, 700 people out of the hat. Why is it that on the day of why is it that there has to be huge amount of police bandobast? Because a court ordered survey. If you have a problem with the way the court or passed the order, you challenge it in court. Why does it have to come out on the streets and why this kind of breaking down of law and order had to happen? Who are these rioters? 400 of them identified, 34 of them have been arrested, 2 more have been arrested today and their connections will unravel. So these are questions that you have not answered. These are questions that remain. And the simple question,
Can I ask you
sir.
one question?
Yeah. Go ahead. You are asking me a question rather than answering my questions.
Sambhal election was due on 13th. It was happening on 20th. What was the emergency? When you have date till 29, what was the emergency?
No. You do not decide, sir. You do not decide. No. If you want to question that, sir, if you want to question, no, Mr. Pradeep Bhatti, if you once again, sir, you are standing on those, you are standing with those people and along with your own leader who say that we are fighting to protect the constitution, we respect the constitution. So the constitution, 1 minute, sir, the constitutional provision very clearly says if you are aggrieved by the orders of a lower court, you go to a higher court and you follow the legal procedure. You do not try and get into mob justice and mob violence because you are upset with the way a civil court ordered. The other thing is, if you in your wisdom, sir, and your own party leaders don't know how a civil court functions, sir, then you need to learn how a civil court functions. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Sir, the people who came out on the streets are backed by your party leaders. That's the allegation, charge, and that's what's written in the police FIR. Okay. Anand Ranganathan and Tehsil Poonawala. No, 1 minute. No, Pradeep ji, let's not corner. Please do not try and Please do not try and corner the debate. I am very clearly saying on record, sir, the civil court, anything that is moved in a civil court before noon can be listed for the afternoon, and it is not important for both sides to be heard, for a survey to be ordered on behalf of the plaintiff. The defendant gets a chance, and that notice was given to the defendant. Secondly, sir, both the plaintiff and the defendant and their lawyers and representatives were present on the 19th and also on the 24th when the survey was being conducted. It was not only one party. This is also on record. The court had also ordered only 5 entities should be there: the plaintiff, the defendant, the DM, the cop, and also the muezzin or the maulana of the Jama Masjid. Nobody else was supposed to be present there. How was the SP MT inside there violating court orders? So what Samvidhan are you following? Anand Ranganathan ji, sir, many questions. You will go all the way, shifting the goalposts, sir.
Other side of it,
No. Sir, I am saying these are all court-monitored probe, court-ordered probe. This is the prophet. These are the people. Who are these people? You didn't answer. Are you fanning radicals? Are you allowing radicals a free run? You will not answer. You are calling Yogi Babur, but you are not answering who are these people. Anand Ranganathan, Tehseen Poonawala. This entire thought continuum argument, is there any merit to it?
It's not fair, Anand.
Anand, good evening, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I hope I would have the courtesy of uninterrupted time as my previous panelist friend has had. Anand,
belated birthday greetings, and you will get the extra 30 seconds. Yeah, go ahead.
That's very kind. Anand, I want to stick just to the topic, and I want to first up applaud Yogi Adityanath for saying what he said. He told the absolute truth. A minor disagreement that he did not go far enough, maybe because of paucity of time. Let me do that for him. Look, Babur said it himself in Baburnama, and I quote, "I was a wanderer for the sake of Islam and battled infidels and Hindus, determined to become a martyr. But thanks to Allah, I became a Ghazi," unquote. Do I have to quote Guru Nanak in Guru Granth Sahib when he calls Babur the messenger of death and castigates God by saying, "You have no pity that you sent this man here on earth"? Look, there is no such thing as radical Islam. If I read and follow chapter and verse of the book Biochemistry by Leninger or Stryer, Anand, do I become a radical scientist? The essence of Azan is, quote, "No one has the right to be worshipped but Allah 4062. This is amplified through the loudspeaker 5 times a day, whole year round, every year." Imagine if you were saying no one has the right to be worshipped but Vishnu or Shiva. What would you be branded as? An absolute bigot. This is all written, Raho. Please understand, Anand, al-kufr milatun wahida. Disbelievers are one nation. Do not forget that disbelievers are allies of one another. 873. Let not believers take disbelievers as allies except when taking precaution against them in prudence. 328. Do not take disbelievers as friends unless they conform. 489. Can I please not interrupt?
He is quoting texts, and he's making his point. Let him make his point. Like I said, I'll give him 30 seconds extra. Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't want to listen to the Holy Quran, then take Anand. This is very unbecoming of your panelists. He is rattled, he is quaking in his boots because I'm telling the truth. If quoting Quran makes him rattled, then he should be ashamed. He should apologize to Allah. Can I please continue?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Look, a practicing Muslim who believes in the Sharia and every single word that there is in the Holy Quran is a good Muslim. While a Muslim who drinks, fornicates, indulges in idle talk or music, supports Muslim women who reject the burqa, draws a portrait of whosoever he wishes to, marries a non-Muslim, is homosexual, gives equal share of inheritance to females, and is fine with... Anand,
in the class of
no, he has one minute. One minute. No, Mr. Pradeep Bhai, don't heckle him. Don't heckle him. Sir, I am very respectfully, Mr. Bhati, I am requesting you very respectfully, sir. Very respectfully, sir. Please don't heckle other panelists. You and me had a Q&A. When I am speaking, you speak over me. Don't speak over other panelists. Mr. Ranganathan, I request you to wind up your argument in the next 30 seconds. Then Tehseen Poonawala has been waiting patiently. Yes, please.
Anand, this is what happens. You request me to wind up in 30 seconds because 2 minutes of my time has been taken by this jacko. Now what do I do? Do I also interrupt him next time he comes on the show?
Please, okay, let's not call each other names. Please, go and make your argument. Okay, listen. No, I have raised the objection. I have raised the objection, but you also need to control your behavior, Mr. Bhati. He didn't interrupt you, sir. He didn't interrupt you, so you need to extend him the same courtesy. Let's not derail the debate, please. We are all sensible people, and we have a certain sense of sanity and discourse that we can maintain. My request to everyone. Let him make his point. You may disagree with him, sir. Let him make his point.
No, disagree means
yes, Mr. Rangana. Don't heckle, sir. Don't heckle. Don't corner and crowd the debate. You've been caught today multiple times. You have not answered a single question, Mr. Bhati. But this is very unbecoming of you and unlike you. Please don't do it. Yes, Anand Ranganathan, complete, please.
This is very like him. Maybe he was carrying that gas cylinder in that guest house Kant. That is how we became a Samajwadi Party gunda. Now, please allow me to finish.
No, let's not get personal, Dr. Ranganathan. That's also not good on your part. Please, sir. Please, I object to that also. Please continue.
Okay. So what Yogi Adityanath did not say was that there is nothing called radical Islam. He told the truth, but he did not go far enough. Let me end by saying, please understand what Rabindranath Tagore said. Islam has distinct enmity against all other religions. It is not just satisfied with observing its own religion, but is determined to destroy all other religions, unquote. Or what Ambedkar said, quote, the brotherhood of Islam is not the universal brotherhood of man. It is brotherhood of Muslims for Muslims only. Islam is a closed corporation, and those who are outside the corporation, there is nothing but contempt and enmity. Islam can never allow a true Muslim to adopt India as his motherland and regard a Hindu as his kith and kin, unquote. Now this Chauthi Fail Bhati is going to say that Ambedkar
again
go on talking about a religion and not talking about the right prospect in the debate.
No, one minute.
And what kind of panelist do you bring? Is he going to say Ambedkar was a bigot or a Sanghi? Let him have the guts.
Point is, let's come back. Let's come back. No. Here, right now, don't again derail the debate. Tehseen Poonawala, there are times they have changed. The scriptures say a lot. There are those who believe and they follow that road. There are a bunch of radicals who are present. There are those who are moderates who disagree with this. My question to you is, is there an element of truth when a Yogi Adityanath comes out and says, we need to watch out for this lot?
Jai Hind, Namaskar. Thank you so much, Anand, for having me show. Namaskar and Jai Hind to all my fellow panelists. There are three aspects broadly raised. One, what the Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh said in context to Bangladesh and Sambhal. Bangladesh is not my country. I don't give a damn about it. Perhaps Bangladesh is not safe because Baba Sahib Ambedkar's constitution isn't there. If it was there, it would have been safe. But what I do know was when Martyr Indira Ji was Prime Minister and Hindus and our Indian interests were compromised in East Pakistan then, she broke the country into two. Current Prime Minister will only do Kadininda and blame everybody else but himself. So that's one part of it. We live with that. There's a second part to this, what happened at Sambhal. Now the SP Sambhal says, and I quote him, that they were outsiders because when the first time the survey happened, there was nothing went wrong. So they were outsiders who came in. Added to the CNN News 18 story that there were shells made in Pakistan found. Added to Vishnu Jain on CNN News 18 last night when I was with your colleague. And Vishnu said, look, and what you also said rightly, that this was obviously pre-planned. You don't have stones were carried, all of that. So who's the gentleman whose intelligence failed? I'm not making it personal. I'm asking as an organization. It's the Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Home Minister of India. Because, Anand, you will bear with me. It's not the first time we've seen a death in Uttar Pradesh, whether Ram Gopal Mishra or these 5 people. Those dying are the poor people and continuously stones are being gathered. Shells are coming from Pakistan. Then obviously the intelligence is failing. One time I agree Akhilesh Yadav is bad. 2 times I agree Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are bad. But continuously using government. Now see, Anand, in your show I can't blame your Dr. Anand for what goes wrong. Ultimately it's your show. I have to blame you, and you rightly where you felt Dr. Anand may not have got personal. You stopped him then when Pradeep crossed the line. You stopped him when the buck stops at you. So in Uttar Pradesh, who should the buck stop at? At Yogi ji. In India, who should have stopped at Amit Shah ji. But no, they'll blame everybody else. Now I'll end with one thing with what my friend Dr. Anand Ranganathan said. I think I completely agree with. Let's go with what Dr. Anand Ranganathan says. Nothing called moderate Islam. Let's go. Okay, there's no moderate Islam. There's only extremist Islam. Okay, then why Anand are
Sorry,
Indians?
I didn't say that.
Then what is it? You say?
I
Okay,
didn't say there's only extremist. No.
Okay.
Don't
So
forget
you
my
would you like to clarify what you're saying?
gaslight them.
Because
Please
I'm not
don't
gaslighting you,
talk
doctor.
with
I'm not. What I'm trying to say is
You're a
what
great
I
friend,
understood.
doctor.
Okay. Then
You're
I
a
apologize for
friend,
it.
doctor. Yeah.
I apologize. What I did understand is you're saying, look, by itself, these are what's written in the scriptures. If you follow it, you're a good Muslim. If you're a bad Muslim, you don't follow it. That's what you've said. Now I'm quoting you, which means that all the people that we do business with in the Middle East, private businessmen, entrepreneurs, or the government of India, is doing business with people who follow the scriptures. I think I go with you, Dr. Anand. Let us stop doing business with them. I completely go with you. Why should even private businessmen? I think we should stop doing business. Anand, in fact, if private businessmen were...
Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening.
I
in this
completely get it.
No,
Why should we do business with them?
One minute. Here's what's happening. Those who are their entities with a certain DNA, with a certain thought continuum or a thought process, who want to alter the DNA of this country and will not allow the rule of law if it is not convenient for them.
May I answer
There
in
are
one
those
line?
who will
In one
respond
line?
with stones and swords and
True.
mob violence and rioting if they believe that the law of this country and the Samvidhan of this country is not acting in their interest.
May I answer in one line?
This is
In
what,
one line?
this is exactly the thought continuum, and this
May
is
I
how
answer
the-
that in one
and
line?
if
Just
they
in one
don't
line.
listen, if they don't listen, then
May I
there
answer
will
that
be
in one
calls of Sartan se juta, there will be
Correct.
calls
May
of,
I-
there will
may I
be
answer that in
calls
one
of,
line?
there will be calls of raising down people, culling down people, and attacking public and destroying public property and taking law into their own hands. So
May I
this
answer
is
that in
the
one
question. This is the question.
Answer that in one line. Just
Yeah.
one line.
Can I-
Completely.
Coming to Dr. Ranganathan.
Doctor, just 30 seconds. Completely agree with you. Why are such jokers, and I'm using this word with a lot of responsibility, who say Sir Tanse Juda, not tried under terror laws? Because this is a government with a spine of a molten eclair. They don't have the guts to do it. You know why they don't want to do it? Because on the other side they want to polarize. Now there was a Maulana
No,
Sahib.
no, no.
Just hear me out. Allow me 10 seconds.
I do
10 seconds.
not-
10 seconds.
uh,
10 seconds.
my
There was a
point is,
Maulana
sir-
Sahib who wanted to do Ghazwa him.
My
Why the
point is,
Maulana
sir,
Sahib
my
out?
point is, sir,
Because
my
you
point
want
is,
to
sir,
polarize.
You're
These
questioning,
guys
you're
are working for
questioning
the
those
BJP.
who you believe
But
should
sir,
act
you
against
do
them,
something,
but
I'm
you're
saying-
totally
I'm saying
ignoring
they're
those
useless. Throw
who are
BJP
standing
out,
with
make
them.
Akhilesh Yadav
You're
hai, Home
totally,
Minister,
you're
not
totally,
one
you're
bullet from
totally
Pakistan
absolving
will
those
come.
who are standing with them. You're
I am saying,
you're questioning
if
those who are
Akhilesh
not.
Yadav ji was
No,
Home
no.
Minister, not
My-
one bullet from Pakistan would have entered
No,
India.
my
Because
point is,
these
sir-
guys are Home Ministers, they are perhaps
my
in
point is,
cahoots.
sir, my point is, sir, when I do not want to be disrespectful to any former chief minister or any person who's a leader and an MP, a leader of a political party, but the record of what was happening under their rule and what's happening now, it's writ large and it's there for people to experience and feel and see, and let them decide. They will decide. It's round the corner, not so far away. Yes. Anand Ranganathan, final word. I'm way over on this debate. We got another debate coming up. Yeah.
Anand, what is this?
Coming to you,
not
Pradeep.
given
Pradeep ji,
the-
coming to you. I'll give you your 30
No,
seconds. Come
I
here.
don't know
Sharat
what-
ji has also spoken only once. You cornered the whole debate. 15 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, Anand Ranganathan.
Anand corner that. Don't blame me and half of the time you do.
Okay, I'll take the blame on myself. I am at fault.
Patala.
I am at fault. Dr. Ranganathan, yes.
Yeah, if life gives you a Pradeep, make it a Bhandari. No, but now please, listen, Tehseen, as far as my good friend Tehseen is concerned, what he says repeatedly is जहां पे भी कुछ terror act पकड़ा जाए तो problem उसकी है जो govern कर रहा है.
Right.
Can I please ask him, was Manmohan Singh responsible for 26/11 attack because
Yes.
Kasab was allowed to get in? Manmohan
Yes.
Singh was responsible.
Absolutely. And you should hold him. You should hold him responsible for it, and that's why
I
Congress
think my
lost
point
government.
is
No ifs and
my
buts.
point is
No,
you're blaming
now
you're
that I've trapped him. Now that I've trapped
When
him, I want to
Tehseen
say-
is Home Minister,
okay.
एक परिंदा भी पर नहीं मार पाएगा.
Wait.
But it's his chance.
Okay, wait.
And it's one day after his birthday. You gotta give it to him.
Okay. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, complete.
Yes, this thing saying Manmohan Singh was responsible for 26/11. Can you please tell me one Congress leader, including Tehseen before today, who has made this statement in the last 15 years? One.
Everyone who made the statement giving the clean sheet to BJP.
No. One minute, sir. 1 minute. There are, right again, it's very easy to try and point fingers at those who made the error once, but got it right 9 times. But why are you not questioning those who stand with those who have attempted 10 times
Correct.
and got it right once? That's the problem in our country. And that's where it is. For petty political gains, are you trying to allow those who in their heart or at the back of their head have decided that they want to and they believe that they will come back to rule this country the way they perhaps did 300-400 years ago, 500 years ago? And that's the mentality and the mindset. That was also echoed on the 2nd of October in Bangladesh. That's what Yogi Adityanath spoke about. I have to wind up. We'll continue this discussion forward. Thank you very much. We're going to take a very short break. Stay with us.
Over just a little bit before. I know it's not here. Okay.
2 minutes.
Over just a little bit before. I know it's not here. Okay.
2 minutes.
Back on with Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis addressing the media. Let's go across to that.
शपथविधीनंतर या ठिकाणी मला निमंत्रित केलं आणि आपण सर्वांनी माझं स्वागत आणि सत्कार केला, त्याबद्दल मनापासून आपले आभार आहेत. आणि मगाशी प्रवीणजी आणि प्रमोदजी असं म्हणाले की जेव्हा जेव्हा त्यांची बॉडी असते तेव्हा तेव्हा मी मुख्यमंत्री होतो. 29ला तुमचीच बॉडी यावी अशी शुभकामना मी तुम्हाला देतो. खरं म्हणजे आपला हा
Devendra Fadnavis in a nice light, in a lighter way, in saying that it's about whenever the turns come, I get a chance to come as Chief Minister, and I thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for all the support
राज्याचा कारभार
and good wishes.
आणि तो योग्य प्रकारे चाललाय की नाही हे राज्यामध्ये सांगण्याचं काम तुम्ही करता.
Talking to the media, saying you are the watchers of whether or not things are functioning properly in the state, and you are the conscience keepers.
एखादी गोष्ट जी अतिशय जनोपयोगाची असेल ती जनतेपर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचा प्रयत्न देखील आपण करता. आता कधी कधी एखादी गोष्ट आम्हालाही माहिती नसते आणि ती जनतेपर्यंत चालली जाते, मग लक्षात येतं की असं काहीतरी घडलेलं आहे.
Well, whatever the government is doing, you take it to the people, you are the messengers. Sometimes you take messages which even we are not aware of. It reaches the people before it reaches us, but we take cognizance of it.
गेली 2.5 वर्ष मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथराव शिंदेजींच्या नेतृत्वात आम्ही सरकार चालवलं.
The last 2.5 years, we ran the government under the able leadership of Eknath Shindeji.
आज शपथविधीच्या निमित्ताने ज्यावेळेस आमची ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट चालली होती तर त्यात मला कोणीतरी विचारलं की महाराष्ट्र आता थांबणार नाही असं तुम्ही का म्हणताय. तर मी त्यांना समजावून सांगितलं 2.5 वर्षामध्ये महाराष्ट्राने विकासाची गती घेतली आहे. आता या गतीला आम्ही तसंच पुढे नेऊ.
Soon after I took oath, there was someone who questioned on the ads for the state of Maharashtra, saying we are not going to stop now, we are unstoppable. What do you mean by that? The last 2.5 years, the momentum, the pace that Maharashtra has now got, we are going to continue to build on that across all sectors, and we are going to continue to push forth to make Maharashtra the foremost in the country, the leading state, the beacon of Bharat. That's the age, that's the agenda, that's the aim.
पण मी आणि अजित दादा मुख्यमंत्री आणि उपमुख्यमंत्री होतो. मग मागच्या काळामध्ये शिंदे साहेब मुख्यमंत्री होते, मी उपमुख्यमंत्री होतो आणि अजित दादाही उपमुख्यमंत्री होते. आता पुन्हा मी मुख्यमंत्री आहे आणि शिंदे साहेब उपमुख्यमंत्री आहेत, अजित दादाही उपमुख्यमंत्री आहेत. रोल जरी आमचे बदलले असले तरी देखील दिशा तीच राहणार आहे.
Our roles may have changed, the order may have changed. I was DCM then, now I'm CM. Ajit Dada Pawar is DCM, and Eknath Shinde then CM, now DCM. Our roles may have changed, but the direction in which we see Maharashtra going and we'd like to take Maharashtra together remains the same. The agenda remains the same.
सगळे जे आमचे अधिकारी आहेत त्या अधिकाऱ्यांना सांगितलं की मागच्या काळामध्ये पहिल्यांदा शिंदेजी आणि आम्ही आलो तर 50 ओव्हरची मॅच होती. मग अजित दादा जॉईन झाले तर काळ कमी असल्यामुळे 20-20ची मॅच होती. आता टेस्ट मॅच आहे, त्याच्यामुळे नीट योग्यपणे धोरणात्मक निर्णय घेत पुढची पायाभरणी योग्य प्रकारे करत आपल्याला राज्याला पुढे न्यायचं आहे. आणि मला विश्वास आहे की
So our officials were saying that when me and Eknath Shinde were working, we were working at a pace of a limited overs match, 50 overs. Then Ajit Dada Pawar joined us and we were working at a pace and frenzy of 2020 because we had limited time. Now we have enough time and it's like a test match. It's got to be planned, crafted and effected ably.
मुलींच्या जी पूर्वी आम्ही 50% फी द्यायचो त्याच्याऐवजी 100% फी देण्याचा आमचा निर्णय असेल. असे हे जे वेगवेगळे निर्णय आहेत हे निर्णय पुढे सुरूच ठेवायचे आहेत.
We're going
आमचा प्रयत्न
to
हा
speed
असणार
up the
आहे की
decision making, pending decisions, projects. We're going to act on them fast. And even as Devendra Fadnavis addresses the press conference to the right of your screens, Eknath Shinde paying his respects to Balasaheb Thackeray.
ती आश्वासनं पूर्ण करण्याच्या दृष्टीनं पावलं आम्हाला उचलायची आहेत आणि त्या दृष्टीनं पुढच्या काळामध्ये आम्ही निश्चितपणे योग्य वेळी योग्य निर्णय करून दिलेली सगळी आश्वासनं पूर्ण करण्याचा प्रयत्न करणार
We are going to take effective measures, take quick decisions, fast decisions, so that all the promises that we have made to the people, the voters of Maharashtra, can be
सर्व समाजाला
fulfilled in a time-bound manner.
हे महाराष्ट्राला पुढच्याही काळात पाहायला मिळेल आणि अडचणी अनेक येतात पण त्या अडचणींवर योग्य मार्ग काढत
We are going to have obstacles. We want to give effective, able, speedy and corruption-free governance to the people. There may be obstacles that will come, but we will find our ways. We will find ways to negate them, overcome them and continue to push forward.
महाराष्ट्राच्या 14 कोटी जनतेला मी आश्वासित करू इच्छितो की हे सरकार पारदर्शीपणे आणि गतिशीलतेनं
This will be a transparent,
काम करेल हा विश्वास मी देतो.
speedy, effective, hard-working government. That's the assurance I'd like to give to the 14 crore people of Maharashtra.
आलोक देशमुख.
नमस्कार, मी आलोक देशपांडे. गेली 5 वर्षात आपल्या राज्यात इतकं काय काय बघितलं, द्वेष, आरोप, सगळे काय काय खूप लेवलला सगळं गेलं. ही पुढची 5 वर्ष त्याच्यापेक्षा थोडी वेगळी असतील का? राजकारण थोडं वेगळं असेल का? याच्याबद्दल तुम्ही काय सांगा?
पूर्णपणे वेगळं असेल.
How will this government be different from the last 5 years or the last 2.5 years?
तर बदल दाखवेल अशा प्रकारचं राजकारण करायचं आहे. त्यामुळे
This will be different, this will be effective.
की विरोधकांची संख्या कमी आहे पण विरोधकांच्या संख्येवर त्यांचा आवाज आम्ही मोजणार नाही किंवा संख्येनुसार त्यांचं मूल्यमापन आम्ही करणार नाही. त्यांनी योग्य विषय मांडले तर त्या
Talking about the opposition, it's a weakened opposition. They are far lesser in number, but that we're not going to go based on the numbers. We are going to go by some of the issues they raise. And if they make relevant issues, raise relevant issues, make relevant demands, we will listen to them and we will improve. We will work and we will take it into consideration.
स्थिर सरकार महाराष्ट्राला मिळालं पाहिजे. कुठल्याही प्रकारचे 2019 पासून तर 22.5
We want to give a stable government, a government that the voters of Maharashtra voted for. We don't want a situation like that unfolded in 2019.
दीपक बातुसे.
लाडकी बहीण योजना याचा तुमच्या विजयात
The next question is around the Ladki Bahin Yojana.
साधारणतः कधीपर्यंत होणार आणि दुसरं आता एक अशी चर्चा सुरू आहे की 1,500 जेव्हा दिले तेव्हा स्क्रुटिनी होती झाली नव्हती. आता 1900 देताना स्क्रुटिनी होणार अशी चर्चा आहे. त्या संदर्भात वस्तुस्थिती काय असेल?
असं आहे की पहिल्यांदा तर ही योजना आम्ही सुरूच ठेवणार आहोत आणि 2100 देखील आम्ही
The Ladki Bahin Yojana will continue.
बजेटच्या वेळी त्याचा आम्ही विचार करू आणि शेवटी आपले सगळे आर्थिक सोर्सेस जे आहेत हे सोर्सेस योग्य प्रकारे
There was talk of increasing the emoluments to 2,100 rupees per month. How are we going to do it? So are we going to? Is the government going to do it? Was the question. Devendra Fadnavis saying we are going to look at the financial health. We are going to look at the resources, how to make it available, and we will deliver on the commitment made.
निकषाच्या बाहेर जर कोणी घेतलं असेल, निकषातला जो असेल त्याला कोणालाही त्यातनं कमी करायचं नाहीये. पण काही तक्रारी आल्या आहेत की निकषाच्या बाहेर मिळालेला आहे. जसं आपल्याला कल्पना असेल की शेतकरी सन्मान योजना जेव्हा मोदीजींनी सुरू केली त्यावेळी पहिल्यांदा जे काही बेनिफिशियरीज होते लक्षात आलं की मोठ्या शेतकऱ्यांना देखील ते मिळालेलं आहे. मग नंतर त्यातल्या अनेक शेतकऱ्यांनी स्वतःच त्या ठिकाणी सांगितलं की आम्ही या निकषात बसत नाही. मला असं वाटतं त्यानंतर ती स्थिर झाली. अशाच प्रकारे जर ॲपरंटली
So just like the PM Kisan Samman Yojana stabilized after a certain point in time, where everybody, and there were a lot of Kisan or beneficiaries who said we do not require this, and there are others who are then added to the list who are more deserving. That way, in the long term, the Ladki Bahin Yojana will also settle and the deserving ladies will then get the emoluments as promised.
निवड ही मुंबईच्या अधिवेशनातच आम्ही करू. कारण नियमच असा आहे की शपथ झाल्यानंतर अध्यक्षाची निवड करावी लागते अध्यक्षांच्या निवडीनंतर राज्यपालांचं अभिभाषण करावं लागतं. त्यामुळे ती सगळी प्रोसेस आताच आम्ही मंत्रिमंडळाने शिफारस करून राज्यपालांना पाठवलेली आहे की 7, 8 आणि 9 या 3 दिवसात ही शपथ घ्यावी. 9 तारखेला
So now talking about the cabinet of the next government, saying the list has been sent to the governor, seeking time for inclusion into the cabinet and swearing in of the new ministers. 7th, 8th or 9th, these are the 3 dates we have offered to the governor, to Raj Bhavan. They have to revert on the date convenient.
अधिवेशनापूर्वी आम्ही विस्तार करू.
सोनू श्रीवास्तव
So ahead of the Nagpur Adhivesion itself, these discussions had happened, and the list has been sent to the Raj Bhavan. 7th, 8th and 9th, these are the 3 dates of December. Options given to Raj Bhavan.
करीब 12-13 दिन का डिले हुआ था. 2009 में भी करीब 9 दिन का डिले था. तो कई बार हम लोगों को ये समझ लेना पड़ेगा कि कोएलिशन की गवर्नमेंट होती है तो उसमें बहुत निर्णय करने पड़ते हैं. एक पार्टी की सरकार होती है तो निर्णय एक ही पार्टी को करना है. कोएलिशन की गवर्नमेंट में बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर कंसल्टेशन करना पड़ता है. वो कंसल्टेशन हमने किया है. करीब करीब हमारे नंबर्स भी हमने फ्रीज किए हैं. वो कितने अभी हम नहीं बताएंगे, वो पार्टियां बताएंगी, इसलिए मुझे पूछो मत. और पोर्टफोलियो को भी अभी हम लोगों ने करीब करीब फाइनलाइज किया है. कुछ थोड़ा बचा है उसमें, वो भी कर लेंगे. तो मुझे लगता है कि अब हमारे सामने जो प्रश्न थे वो प्रश्न धीरे धीरे समाप्त हो गए.
प्रवीण राऊत.
महायुतीच्या सरकारमध्ये तिन्ही पक्षाकडे जे विभाग होते ते विभाग राहणार की त्याच्यामध्ये काही बदल होणार?
थोडे बहुत बदल होऊ शकतात. फार बदल होतील असं नाही आहे. थोडे बहुत बदल होतील.
धर्मेंद्र जोरे 1 मिनिट.
नमस्कार सर. पूर्वीच्या 2014 आणि 1900 वेळी आपलं जे ट्रेनिंग आहे ते आपल्या फ्लॅगशिप प्रोग्रामसाठी झालं जातं. यावेळी तुमच्या डोक्यात काही अशी कल्पना आहे की मागच्या वेळी तुम्ही एक कायद्याची हमी दिली होती. आज मला आत्मविश्वास आहे की तुमच्या डोक्यात जे काही असेल त्याची जर आज तुम्हाला घोषणा करायची असेल तर आम्हाला सांगितलं तर उद्यापासून आम्हाला काहीतरी
नाही. काही गोष्टी आहेत डोक्यात, पण अजून माझ्या दोन्ही मित्रांची कन्सल्टेशन बाकी आहे. पण आता माझा फोकस जो आहे ना तो या ज्या काही महत्वाच्या योजना आहेत, जसं नदी जोड प्रकल्प, याचं काम सुरू झालं पाहिजे.
There are many issues in my head which I need to consult with the other two also and discuss, but priority right now is to implement the projects critical for the future and the growth of Maharashtra. Devendra Fadnavis currently outlining some of those projects. Before he comes back with the next question and the answer, we're going to take a very short break and be right back to this press conference.
over just a little bit before. I know it's not here. Okay. So we're just a little bit before. I know it's not here. Okay.
2 minutes.
बोन मैरो ट्रांसप्लांट के लिए 5 लाख रुपए मुख्यमंत्री सहायता निधि से देने का निर्णय मैंने किया है। पहली साइन वो मैंने की हुई है। और यहाँ पर हालांकि मेरा अनुभव बहुत है और पिछले 10 सालों से 2.5 साल में विपक्ष का नेता रहा, लेकिन 7.5 साल में सरकार में रहा, तो सरकार का अनुभव भी बहुत है। किंतु जिस प्रकार का मैंडेट इस समय मिला है, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि निश्चित रूप से उस मैंडेट का एक प्रेशर, जनता के प्यार का एक प्रेशर हमारे पर है और मैं उसको महसूस करता हूं कि जब अपेक्षाएं बड़ी होती है तो चुनौती भी बड़ी होती है, क्योंकि लोग आपसे अपेक्षा कर रहे हैं, तो निश्चित रूप से उसका प्रेशर मुझ पर है। और जहां तक फिस्कल डिसिप्लिन का सवाल है, तो निश्चित रूप से उसके ऊपर हमको काम करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमने बहुत महत्वाकांक्षी योजना की है। देखिए क्या होता है कि नॉर्मली आप सोशल सेक्टर में और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सेक्टर में, दोनों सेक्टर में एक साथ काम करते हैं, लेकिन सोशल सेक्टर का स्पेंडिंग ये हम लोगों ने 4 गुना 5 गुना बढ़ाया है, जो मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि इकोनॉमिक्स में इसको गलत नहीं माना जाता है, क्योंकि इसका भी एक अपना रिटर्न होता है। इसके सोशल रिटर्न भी होते हैं, इसके इकोनॉमिक रिटर्न भी होते हैं, लेकिन उसका प्रेशर जरूर बजट के ऊपर आता है। तो उस बजट को बैलेंस करना ये हमारा काम होगा, हम उसको करेंगे।
Well, the finance portfolio is with Ajit Pawar. In 2 months, will they present a budget, and will that budget be able to sustain and also deliver on Ladki Bahan? Because the social sector and those spends, fiscal prudence, compared to Himachal and Karnataka, will Maharashtra be able to show how it is done? Because that's another talking point, of course, and a political fisticuff that will be there between, and a game of one-upmanship between the BJP and the Congress party. And Devendra Fadnavis answering those questions at that press conference. We're going to take yet another break, and it's brass tacks when we come back.
Mutual funds.
So we're just a little bit before. I know it's not here. over just a little bit before. I know it's not yours. Okay.
2 minutes. Okay.
Laminates presents CNN News 18 Primetime Studio.
Good evening. We're coming to you live from the CNN News 18 Primetime Studio presented by Green Lamb Laminates. This is Brass Tacks and I'm Zaka Jacob. The BJP has hit out at Rahul Gandhi using the cover of a media part investigation which claims that the Organization for Crime and Corruption Reporting, OCCRP, which is a consortium of journalists and